This video demonstrates how to download, install, and configure the DataMart Client application, a part of the PopMedNet distributed query tool software. Log into your network web portal using your DataMart administrator login credentials. Navigate to the DataMart list page by going to Network and then DataMarts. Select your DataMart entry in the list to display the DataMart profile. At the bottom of the DataMart profile page, click the link that download DataMart Client 32-bit version or 64-bit version. After the file is downloaded, open it and click Run. Click Next to begin the setup. Select the installation folder and then click Next. And then click Next again to confirm the installation. Click Close to complete the installation. If this is the first time that you've downloaded the DataMart Client application, you'll need to configure it to connect to the network portal. If you're downloading an update, your previous settings will have been saved. This is the screen that you will see if it's the first time that you've launched the DataMart Client. Click the Open Settings link to display the network list form. Click the Add button to enter the network connection settings. Enter a name for your network. Enter the network portal web service URL. Enter your DataMart administrator username and password. If you're using an X509 certificate to authenticate to the network, scroll through the list and choose the certificate that you installed. Press the Test button to test your connection information. You should see a Connection Successful box pop up. If the connection fails, see your network administrator for support. The Network Settings dialog box will now display the list of DataMarts that you have the rights to administer. Double-click the DataMart in the list or select it and click Edit. This action will display the DataMart Settings dialog box. Here there is a list of models that represent the various request model processes that are used to process queries. These need to be configured to your data source. For summary table queries, there are 3 request model processes, one each for summary prevalence queries, summary incidence queries, and summary most frequently used queries. Each of these will need to be configured individually. However, they all access the same ODBC connection. Double-click on the request model processor or select it and click Edit. Under the data source DataMart ODBC DSN, select the name of your ODBC connection. If you do not have a DataMart ODBC connection, please stop and set this connection before continuing on with the DataMart Client setup. On this model settings dialog, you can also set the DataMart Client to automatically set all cell counts that fall below a certain number to 0. Next, complete the setup process for the 2 other summary table request model processes. For file distribution requests, there are no model settings. Simply select the request model processor and click OK. For the ESP Query Build request model processor, you'll need to know information about your data source, including the server, port number, your user ID and password, and the name of your database. For the SQL Distribution request model processor, the settings are the same as you use for the ESP Query Builder processor. You'll need to know the information about your data source, including the server, port number, your user ID and password, and the name of the database. Click Test to make sure that your connection is successful. After you have configured your request model processes, you can select whether to allow unattended operation of your DataMart client. With these settings, if your DataMart client is open, you can be notified of new queries, but they will not be processed automatically. Or the DataMart client may process new queries automatically, but will not upload results until you give approval. Or the DataMart client will process new queries automatically and upload results to the portal. If you select this option, the DataMart client will automatically set low cell counts to 0 according to the options that you selected when configuring your summary table request model processors. Click OK to finish setting up your DataMart. Click OK on the network settings screen to finish setting up your network connection. You will now see a list of the queries that have been sent to your DataMart. And this completes the setup of the DataMart Client application. For more information or to contact the PopMedNet team, please visit popmednet.org.